Hi everyone, Matt Sherman from Visible Alpha's US sales team here. And the company we're going to look at this week is Alibaba. Alibaba is a Chinese conglomerate. They're the sixth largest internet company in the world in terms of earnings. And they have their hands in everything from e-commerce to retail to cloud computing, just to name a few. And we're going to have a look at the revenues of the company just to take a look at what are the inputs of those revenues right now? What's the biggest contributor? What are the biggest growth areas? And just to give you a sense of some of the granularity that you can see on the Visible Alpha platform. So if you look at the screen, here's our revenue sheet. And the revenue sheet is great because it captures every segment and every subsegment that's going into Alibaba's revenue, which is this 400 number down here. And so right now, the biggest contributor to their revenues is online marketing services. But I want to take a little bit of time to focus on cloud computing and internet infrastructure as well. Because right now, that number is constituting about 6.5% of Alibaba's total revenues. But if you fast forward 4 or 5 years, that jumps to almost double at 13%. But what's great about Visible Alpha when you're looking at these numbers is that you have full transparency into what specifically you're looking at. And so if you want to get a sense for what's really filling in this 24 number, I really want to get an understanding of the broker estimates. You can actually break that estimate down to the point where I can see every individual number that's going into it, and I can drill down all the way back to that broker's model if I have a relationship with them to see how they're calculating it. And the other great thing, if you think about a high growth company like Alibaba, is that the year-over-year growth metrics are very key, and we give you a very easy way to calculate those metrics. And so let's focus on online marketing services and cloud computing again, where online marketing services has been growing very quickly. Alibaba, again, a very high growth. And so you see that on a year-over-year growth basis, they're trending around 40%, but that's steadily dropping to where that number for online marketing services is about 18.6% in 2022, according to the street's estimates. Now, cloud computing, on the other hand, has been growing on an absolutely massive clip of over 100% every year, 85% expectations for full year 19. And although it's also slowing down, it's not going to drop below 30% until 2024. Now, if you're not necessarily interested in looking out to 2024, or if you're actually worried a little more or concerned a little more about the short-term performance of the company, then you can open up these annual estimates to have a look at what the quarters look like going forward. So for the company's next reported quarter, I can see all those same numbers right here. But one really great feature is if I right-click on this cell, I'm able to open up a chart to see what revisions have been like on that metric over the course of the last year or the last 2 years. And so you can see that people got really bullish on this metric starting in January 2017, but that really flattened out about a year ago. And this is just nice to be able to get a sense of what sentiment has been like. And it's especially helpful when you're getting closer to a quarter and you want to zoom in on this chart to really see how things have trended on almost a day-to-day basis. And that's all I really wanted to go over today for Alibaba. If there's other companies you'd like to look at, please feel free to reach out to us. It would be great to connect.